welcome to this special edition and this special coverage. Well, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi held a meeting today with Prime Minister Dr. Mustafa Madbouli and Minister of Tourism and Antiquities Sharif Fathi to follow up on the latest preparations ahead of the big event, ahead of the official inauguration of the Grand Egyptian Museum. And President al-Sisi said that the inauguration or the celebration is not going only to reflect the greatness of the museum as one of Egypt's gifts to humanity, but also reflecting the greatness of Egyptian old and modern civilization, taking into consideration that Egypt's soft power should regain once again its position worldwide. To shed more light on the efforts exerted by the state to promote and to boost our soft power, to also cover the latest preparations ahead of the inaugural celebration of the Grand Egyptian Museum, we are very much delighted to have with us via phone Dr. Noha Bakr, Professor of Political Science. Thank you very much for being with us, Dr. Noha, and a very good evening.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be at Nile TV.
Dr. Noha, before going into details, how do you see the state's or the political leadership keenness to promote our soft power and to make sure that every occasion is going to be an opportunity to reflect our great civilization, whether our old civilization or our modern one?
Egypt has been always a civilization that has great respect to peace, security, and looking forward to make a better world. Whether this is regarding antiquities or opening the Grand Museum, whether it is about settling war in Gaza, whether it is about humanitarian aid to our brothers and sisters in Gaza, this has been the role of Egypt. Whether it's through drama and TV and promoting culture, all this Egypt has been a leadership in and continues to lead on the Arab level, on the Islamic level, and also continues to be a team player with other countries on that.
Yeah. How about the fruitful coordination and cooperation among different concerned governmental bodies to make sure that, for example, this day, the inauguration of our gym is going to be a day to remember, as we are going to host a number of world leaders, dignitaries coming from all over the world, and of course the media coverage is going to be huge. So it's going to send a number of messages to the whole world.
I think the messages will be everywhere. I think that it will be bringing lots of tourism to Egypt. Actually, it's a very important event. We've seen how Egypt have prepared similar events, but maybe less in its size before in transferring the mummies, and they were tremendous events. I think this event also, where leaders from the world will be coming, TVs will be posting on social media, it will be everywhere. I think it will be a good thing to let everyone know about Egypt and what they can do. This museum has been, they have been working on, Egypt has been working on it. We had our difficulties, whether within Egypt when we had the revolutions, then we had the COVID, and then we had the Gaza war, and now it's time to celebrate, after all these hardships, a big event happening in Egypt.
Also, Dr. Noha, the President was really keen to follow up all the efforts exerted to make the City of Arts and Culture in the new administrative capital as an arts and cultural hub, where many events took place there, many events are due to take place there, and to make it as a center of art, and to once again regain our position as a pioneer when it comes to our soft power, when it comes to our culture, when it comes to our arts. And this is another message sent to the whole world that Egypt is regaining its position in all levels, not only on even the political or economic ones.
I totally agree with you. We have modernity vis-à-vis civilization. We have antiquity vis-à-vis modernization.
No.
We're making sure to have all our guests very highly welcomed in such a big event. Meanwhile, we're also busy with settling peace and security in our region, trying to solve different problems and crises. Different pillars Egypt is working on to make, as I shared with you earlier, a better world, a better region, support our neighbors, and also team play with them.
Yeah. This is going to take us to our diplomatic efforts headed by our top diplomat, Dr. Badr Abdelati, and with his intensified efforts to first to unite the word of the international community regarding the conference of the early recovery and reconstruction of Gaza, which is going to be hosted by Egypt in November, inshallah. And every day, whether there are meetings, there are phone calls with his counterparts from all over the world, with world leaders. How do you see our diplomatic efforts in this regard in specific, Dr. Noha?
Actually, reconstructing Gaza will need lots of efforts, lots of finances has to be provided, and also it's not only rebuilding or reconstructing Gaza when it comes to infrastructure only, but also supporting the people of Gaza who have been through tremendous stress, have been through genocide, have been subject to feminism. All this Egypt is working on, and is working on with the international community on multilateral level, trying to get everyone involved, and actually getting everyone involved, or different countries involved, will make sure that they support that this does not really happen to Gaza again.
Amen to that, sir. Ma'am, I beg your pardon, but I said this because today, as only an example, Foreign Minister Badr Abdelati, on the sidelines of our participation in the Egyptian EU summit in Brussels, he held a meeting with his Romanian counterpart and held 2 phone calls with his Dutch and Turkish counterpart. And in addition, of course, to discussing bilateral cooperation and promoting our relations, bilateral relations in various domains, he mentioned this issue regarding the early recovery and reconstruction of Gaza's conference, and urging the international community to shoulder its responsibility regarding that issue. How do you see these efforts, Dr. Noha?
I think these efforts will be fruitful. It's very similar to our efforts when we were working on bilateral and multilateral level for the recognition of the state of Palestine. Egypt has done great efforts, and this have been harvested in several countries recognizing Palestine, which has helped in actually ceasing fire when Israel found itself isolated from the world, and that more countries are recognizing the suffering of the Palestinians. Same is happening now. Now it's time for all countries to share in the rebuilding, to support, maybe by finances, by the know-how, by the in-kind, different kinds of support. We are in front of a situation where there was a human misery that needs to be recovered.
Yeah. Also, Dr. Noha, in all the contacts, whether phone calls, whether meetings, the whole world really, the whole world leaders, whether meeting with President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi or Prime Minister Dr. Madbouli or Foreign Minister Dr. Badr Abdelati, they congratulate Egypt for the successful efforts of peace, culminating with the successful summit in Sharm el-Sheikh, which ended with the signing of the ceasefire in Gaza. How do you see the importance of this summit in this very specific timing, and how it sent this message to the whole world that when it comes to the Middle East, Egypt is the pillar of peace, stability and security of the whole region?
Well, actually, Egypt has done this in Sharm el-Sheikh, and we will continue to protect this ceasing of fire. We work on all levels, not only with the international community or on regional level, but also with the Palestinian factions to prepare for the next step to be possible. Otherwise, without the Palestinians being united as one hand, and this is a great effort Egypt has been doing, it will be very difficult to maintain peace in the region. We're working very hard to reach a stage in the future where we can start to open negotiations for a two-state solution.
And this is the main target, supporting the Palestinian people in their legitimate right to have their independent Palestinian state is one of our priorities as Egypt, as this pioneer or pivotal player in the region. Well, Dr. Noha Bakr, Professor of Political Science, thank you very much for your input and have a very good evening.
Thank you.
Well, that's all we have for now. Stay tuned on Nile TV International always for more. This was Nermeen Abdurrahman.